Hey everyone, welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and more. And today is one of those opportunities to get more. We're doing a Family Karma and Real Housewives of Beverly Hills recap. If you know, you know. I dropped by Up and Adam's YouTube channel earlier today to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So we're going to extend that conversation here, and I will invite you guys to call in just a minute. But before we get there, like this video if you haven't liked it already. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Shout out to my TikTok community. Head on over to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We're also live on the Kempire on Facebook, Kempire Daily on Facebook. We're also live on Twitter. Hey, Twitter. I love that community is growing at the Kempire on Twitter. And we are live on Twitch at the Kempire as well. You have a variety of places to watch this and hear, because I know, like me, sometimes I'm actually listening to things that I could be watching on my commute. Maybe you're on your way home, maybe you're on your lunch break, whatever it may be. Thank you for joining us. I love to start promptly, but I'm gonna just jump into Family Karma. Family Karma, I love, and here's why I love Family Karma. Not only do I love the Indian culture that we're getting, I love that it's wholesome. It's actually really wholesome content that we're getting on Bravo, of all places. And I have to say, I enjoy that these people really know each other. There's actually years and years of friendship, and they really treat each other like family. And you get that. And this particular episode, we get to see the dollar store Drake's, no shade, because he's cuter to me than Drake. That's just me. And his family, his brother's cute too. What's his name again? Risha? No, that's what's her name. I wrote it down. Hold on. I had to, because I'm learning everyone's name. But we got introduced to his family this particular episode. And the good looks running the yeah, Risha, I got it right. Look at me, Monica's boyfriend, the dollar store Drake. St. J says Drake is hot. Drake is hot, but I feel like this guy is not a dollar store version of him. I think he's cute too. Shout out to Femtaro's. Femtaro's here. Hey. Guys, if you're not subscribed to Femtaro, head on over there. I'm there every single week. Not this week, though. Next week. Next week, though. We'll be back on schedule next week. But subscribe to our channel. You can, if you have not watched our collaborations, we've covered Britney Spears, who's been a hot topic. We've covered so many people. Nene Leakes, Kenya Moore, Jen Shaw. We're about to do Erika Girardi. But we'll get into that. Because I know people are like, Camp, I can't believe you believe Erika. I didn't say I believed Erika. I just said I feel a little bit softer towards Erika after this episode. But we'll get into it. Right now, we're talking about Family Karma. Family Karma, I love. And I love the fact that now we're being introduced to another family. A couple of weeks ago, we were being introduced to the Patel family. Now we're digging deeper into, I don't even know what's Risha's family's last name. Either way, I enjoyed it. I was like, oh, wow, we're getting more aunties and uncles. Our family is growing. I love that. Anyways, this episode wasn't as, not entertaining. It wasn't as full of drama. Yes, we were dealing more with a little bit of Vishal's and Risha's relationship drama. I don't understand what her issue is. I think she's listening way too much to Auntie Lopa or Lopa Auntie. I think she's just listening way too much to her. And look, I think that's seeped into her brain, so that's affecting the relationship. She gave back the rings. And if that was me and you gave back my rings, I would not be giving them back to you. It'd be a whole Natalie from 90 Day Fiancé situation. You would not be coming to America. We would be done. You give me back my rings, so you're saying you're done. And when I'm done, I'm done. Just saying. Okay. Hey to everyone in the chat. I know I just immediately jumped right in. You know when you have an opinion, you just jump right on in. TikTok, head on over to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. That way I'll be able to see all of your comments. I won't be focused here on TikTok. I'll be focused here. And we're live on Facebook. We're live on, of course, YouTube. And we're live on Twitter and Twitch. All the places. We are live. Shout out to everyone that's already in the chat. See, look, we even have someone on Twitch. Hey. I love it. The community is growing, and I love the fact that we have, look, StreamYard, we need a TikTok option. Look, they're asking for it. Femtara, exactly. Family Karma is how reality TV should be. Love the show and the characters. I hate that we call them characters, but they really are characters to us. We don't know them. But that's what I've been calling them. I've been like, oh, our characters. Speaking of Femtara, we might need to do a reading, maybe at the end of the season of Family Karma. We might need to. I want to dig a little bit. I'm falling in love with this family. Amrit, I wrote in my notes, I feel like Amrit, you know, the lawyer, the gay lawyer. I love the fact that we get an Amrit and we get a Dillon, because so many people for a very long time, and I'm sure a lot of heterosexual people still view us this way, that gay comes in only one particular type. And I love the fact that Amrit is one particular type and Dillon is on a whole other spectrum. I love that mix. And I love it that it's in a whole other culture. Okay. Wait, I missed the super chat, and look, let me get in here. Hold on, where did it go? I lost it. Oh, here we go. Delicia? I hope I said that correctly. Thank you so much for the super chat. Grandma Scary, thank you so much for always supporting the channel with the super chat. My other favorite guy, don't tell my hubs Randy and my sister hubs Dwayne. Yes, 2 at once, but ain't nobody getting any action. No, Grandma Scary. What? That's how I feel about these characters, because I love Amrit. I low key, because, you know, they're talking about Amrit telling his nanny that, you know, he is gay. I love the fact that Amrit's mom gave him an out. She was like, you know, I feel I should be the one to tell her. I was like, oh, whew, what a relief. Because I wouldn't want to have to tell her. Look, I already came out once. Why have to come out again to another family member? Just pass the memo on. Just my thoughts. But I do, Amrit's boyfriend, who I can't think of his name at this point. Can we just call him the white man? He's the only white man on the show. Anyways, he low-key told us their positions in the relationship. He was like, well, if they get engaged, it would be Amrit who would have to ask. And I was like, wait, are you telling us? Okay. I mean, it's not that we couldn't necessarily. No, I really couldn't tell necessarily. And for my people that know what I'm talking about, I thought that was interesting. But on my side of things, if I'm in a relationship, I don't care whatever role we play in the relationship. You should be able to feel free to propose to me. I'm just saying. Because I'm a Taurus and I take a while before I decide. I take a while. I take my time. I'm not jumping into marriage. You know what I mean? But when I know. But I'm also not rushing, because I don't feel the need to rush in anything. Just saying. But Dara, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, Kempire, I love your constant updates. Thank you. I appreciate that. It lets me know that my hard work is appreciated, because it does take a lot. And if you want minute by minute, not minute by minute, look, I still have to research stuff and review stuff before I actually put it out there to you guys. But you know what I mean. But if you want consistent content, be sure to subscribe and be sure to follow me on all of my social media. Everything's at TheKempire and at Kempire Daily. Speaking of, I have a new podcast episode with my boy Up and Adam and Jason. Happy belated birthday to Jason. They dropped by my podcast just yesterday to talk about their relationship, to talk about some of the stuff that's been going on in these YouTube streets. Go check it out. It's like an hour and 45 minutes, but trust me, I was listening to it. And if I can listen back to an interview, it says to me that it was good. So if you need a moment, and you just need something to listen to in the background, or if you're commuting somewhere, if you're traveling somewhere, take a listen. Kempire Radio on all podcast platforms. French Life says, Kempire, I love your laugh. Thank you. Domini said, I low-key waiting for some tea to drop. Well, I mean, I don't have any tea right now to drop. We're going to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in just a second, recapping that episode. And look, I'm all in. Right now, we're talking about Family Karma. And if you're not into Family Karma yet, please get into it. It's worth your support. Let's not have Bravo cancel the show because people are saying they don't want wholesome. This is wholesome, but real. We want real reality TV. And I love that. Okay. Back to this. I took notes. because I just want to look. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on Family Karma. I do feel like this episode wasn't their best so far, and there wasn't a lot to recap. But I do feel like it was. I enjoyed it. And again this week I'm going to say we need more Bali. We always get Bali in these little spurts, and it's always enough. But we need more Bali. Bali is my favorite semi-auntie, almost too young to be with the kids. Just say. Let me just make sure I cover it. So we talked about Amrit in that situation. I'm not that interested in Amrit getting engaged and coming out, but I do like Amrit on the show, and I like the spectrum of gay that we're getting from Amrit to Dillon. Speaking of Dillon and the whole situation with Vishal threatening his life for spreading rumors about him. Well, I feel like, why is that still coming up? I thought I thought the situation was over. Apparently not. Apparently the situation wasn't over, and Dillon was still in his feelings that that Vishal threatened him. Did anyone really believe that Vishal was going to attack him? I didn't. I didn't think that Vishal was really going to attack. I honestly didn't even believe that moment. But at the same time, the rumors that Dillon was spreading, I could see where Vishal would step out of character and be like, I will hurt you. Stop playing with me. I could see that. But at this Halloween party, Amrit's Halloween party, Amrit, I didn't know Halloween was the gay Christmas. Did I not get that memo? I don't like Halloween like that. I like candy corn, but I don't like Halloween like that. But I can see, I've heard that before. Look, I have heard that before. Maybe it's just because it's not my Christmas. Christmas is my Christmas. Anyways. Let me see. Them going shopping for Halloween costumes. I love Vishal and I love Anisha. To me, they're like the funniest things to watch on TV. I enjoy them so much. Grandma Scary, thank you for the super chat. Grandma Scary says this. Well, 3 hubs, 1 to 17 years, 2 to 5 years hell, 3 to 19 years and counting, and poor sister hubs, Dwayne, 4 years. He's probably got it down to 2 of torture. Just saying. Grandma Scary, I don't know what's happening over there, but I like it. Okay. So as I said to you before, we get to meet the other Monica, the non-doctor one. Sidebar. I guess, and this is why I love watching the show, because we also get into the whole Indian culture where they're saying, Brian has a really good job. He's good looking, but if he's not a doctor, and Dr. Monica's coming from a family of doctors, it's not a good look. Even though he could be making way more than a doctor with the work that he's doing. All right, I'm going to need them to get it together and understand how this works. But I guess it's also the professionalism. It's the professionalism. They're hardcore, be a doctor. That's it. If you're not a doctor, they don't care how much money you're making. Just saying. But like I said, I like the fact I like Monica and Risha, her boyfriend, the dollar store Drake. I like their relationship. They're a cute couple. They seem to genuinely, first of all, they've known each other since they were kids. Again, another reason why I love this show. They've known each other since they were kids, and they're dating, and they seem to really enjoy each other. I enjoy looking at them. They're a cute couple too. I'm very visual. Don't judge. I'm just trying to get through some of this episode. We have almost 200 people in the chat. Be sure to like this video if you haven't liked it already. Appreciate everyone being here. Okay, so just a couple of things. You remember when I first started talking about Family Karma, I was wondering about Monica's father, non-Dr. Monica. That's what we're talking about. I'm glad we're getting more of Monica, because I wasn't sure about Monica or how I felt about Monica. I actually like Monica. I'm kind of glad that Monica and Brian ended up not together, to be honest. But I didn't realize that Monica's mom, who I don't believe we've met before, and if we did, maybe it was last season. I didn't realize that Monica's mom and Monica's dad can't even be in the same room together. You would never think that of Monica's father. Monica's father just seems so happy. But you see Monica tear up having the conversation because she would like to see them come together. And I was like, yeah, what's going on here? I don't understand what's happening. But maybe we'll see more of this situation and understand why exactly Monica's parents don't get along. Why did the marriage fall apart? We didn't get a lot of the parents in this episode. And I understand it's a large community of people, which I can appreciate, which makes the show less boring because you're getting so many different stories. And that's what we love about The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, which we're going to recap in just a second. I did write this little note, and don't get me, Kenya fans. This is just a thought I had. So, Amrit threw a Halloween party, but even Bali was like, what is going on with this Halloween party with the food? You don't have ice for the beverages. It reminded me of South Carolina with Kenya and not being able to host. And I know I've been giving it to Kenya this season for that, but I'm just reminded consistently. Some people are just better hosts than others. Amrit is not a good host. First of all, when Amrit said he was getting his makeup done for Halloween, I really expected something like, yes, like we were going to get a Fallon situation. What he did, he could have did himself. I'm like, what is going? His boyfriend's makeup actually looked better and more like, oh, that needed a makeup artist. But Amrit's makeup, I was like, what is happening here? This could have been better. Who had the best costume of the night? Probably Vishal. When it comes to the makeup, Vishal probably had well, I also like Brian's costume because Brian's he's goofy. But probably Amrit. Amrit probably had the best costume. It wasn't a great costume party. And the food wasn't a lot. And I'm glad that he was able to host the party, but he couldn't host it in his house because, it's a studio. They couldn't even get a one bedroom. And I know. Everyone's like, it's expensive. Then I would have to move out of Miami. I can't wait to see them upgrade. They're going to upgrade. Season 3, they're going to upgrade. We need them to upgrade or move somewhere else. I don't know. Let me just see other areas that I wanted to talk about. So a couple of beefs were squashed in this episode. Vishal and Dillon squashed their beef. And then, of course, Monica and Anisha, which I don't understand what their real beef was. But in real life, people have beef with other people for the stupidest things. And sometimes it's not even a real thing. And people have beef. Speaking of beef, YouTube streets, y'all. You're like, why are people upset? It is what it is. So Monica and Anisha seem to have squashed their beef. I'm glad they did because I didn't think it would be that interesting. And probably the reason why it wouldn't be that interesting to me, the beef between Anisha and Monica, I don't think that Monica is a worthy adversary of Anisha. Because Anisha has this dry sarcastic sense of humor. Anisha doesn't. Monica doesn't. So it would just sort of be like, I'm not going to say anything to you. I'm not going to talk to you. And then it's like, okay, then there's no fun here. Anyways, that's my thoughts on the latest episode of Family Karma. If you enjoy Family Karma, be sure to let me know, especially for those that are watching the replay of this live. Let me know your thoughts, favorite moments from Family Karma. For the majority of you, I know you're really here to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And finally, we have an episode worth talking about. Those last 2 episodes where they were just sort of like clickbaiting us. Finally, Erika Girardi shows up to Sutton's Paris in the daytime. Oh, I miss Paris. Okay, I digressed. I thought it was finally a good episode for this season. And I think we're going to get more from Erika than we thought. I'm not convinced because I think because legally she can't talk about a lot of different things. But I feel differently about Erika. And partially, in the middle of the episode, I was like, Google, when is Erika Girardi's birthday? And I find out July 10th. And the reason why I thought this, and Femtara might say it in the chat, is because I'm intuitive. It reminded me a lot of Wendy Williams and how she moved when it came to her divorce. Cancers, it's cancer season. Happy birthday to all the cancers. This is how they move. They plot and they plan. They're calculated. And that's exactly what we are finding out with Erika Girardi. She plotted and planned this escape from Tom Girardi. Did she know anything about Tom and all the litigation going on? I think she did. Do I think that she was active in stealing from these people? No, I don't think that. Do I think she should give away some of this stuff that she's gotten from Tom? Yes, but I've also changed my mind on that, and here's why. I think legally it doesn't make the most sense, and I'm sure her attorneys probably have said, she's probably saying, I want to give away all of this stuff right now. Let me just sell all this stuff and give the money that I owe. But she's not going to really know how much money she's responsible for until all of this litigation is completed. So it doesn't make sense for her to be like, yeah, take all the money, take all the money. That doesn't make sense, business-wise or legally-wise. I'm going to have to weigh this against Emily Baker because this is a thought process that I've been having since watching the episode. I'm like, I've been saying, if you've been following me, I've been saying Erika needs to give everything away. But realistically, she can't give everything away. Not right now. All this litigation has to play out. Was she trying to save face? Was she trying to save herself? Probably. I believe that. I do believe, she specifically said in this episode, she filed on the day she filed because she thought it would get buried because it was a big election. I think she was definitely being strategic. Do I think that she has been plotting and planning this for years? Maybe not years, but definitely within the last 2 years. I definitely think in the last 2 years, she's been thinking about it. But some of the things that she shared about her relationship with Tom, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that I'm not surprised that Tom is 5'5" and has a Napoleon complex. From what we heard in that documentary, Tom was ruling the streets, the legal streets, the political streets in California, and he got away with almost anything and everything, allegedly. And just FYI, this is for entertainment purposes only, and everything I say is alleged. Just saying. All right, hold on. Wait, Femtaro quote. Thank you, Femtaro. Kempire says, Kempire is extremely intuitive and very connected with his spiritual side. It's amazing how we communicate and see and feel the same things at the same time. He's very intuitive. That's from Femtaro. FYI. Oh, wait. Abby said, I planned my divorce for a year before I left. See? Kudos to these folks, because there are a lot of people out here that end up getting divorced and they're blindsided by doing it, not realizing that it does take time to plot and plan these things. God forbid. I hope I can already tell you, whoever I marry, I'm probably going to die married to. Just saying. FYI, future lover. Oh, wait, I should actually go by my notes because you know what? I don't want this recap of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills just to focus on Erika. We will jump back into Erika in a second, but there are a few other things that happened. I don't believe this Dorit and Kyle story. I feel like they made this up. Do I feel like they're really like sisters? Maybe. Speaking of sisters, Kathy Hilton. We're not talking enough about Kathy Hilton in this story. I like that Kathy Hilton talks in code. I want to learn how to talk like Kathy Hilton. But if I did that, you all would be confused. You'd be like, Kempire, you're not really saying, well, the woman with the blonde hair, the one that was married to the short man that was, stealing money from crash victims. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Can you imagine if I gave you a recap like that? You would kill me. D. Marie says, I need more Kathy was a jewel. Kathy, love her. Kathy was so like just a little bit of Kathy that we got this episode. I was like, Kathy Hilton is a star, but I honestly feel like we're not going to get more of Kathy after this season because Kathy was bored. It was a pandemic. She really couldn't do the things that she wanted to do. Kathy's going to be booked and busy next season. She's not going to do it. She's not going to do it. If she does it, she's doing it for us and the admiration that she's getting from us. Fantera, the Kathy's my spirit animal. The Aquarius. Of course, she's your spirit animal. Oh, Sharon says Kathy's taking over the show. And you know what? People, all of them give Kathy the respect that she deserves. You know why? Because Kathy is real money. And all of them respect real money. Like, she's not playing around. Kathy Hilton has money. She's given birth to money. Paris Hilton has her own money. Yes, old money. Exactly. And look, honestly, Kathy could have been stuck up. Kathy could have just been, shady. Kathy is just kooky. And she's giving us what we did not expect. We did not expect her to be this way. And even in this episode, the fact that she talks in code, I'm like, this is what she says. She talks in code. Okay. We feel like she talks in riddles. We feel like she talks in, what was the term? I think I wrote it down. Did I write it down? I can't remember. I thought I wrote it down. I wrote so many notes, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I know I wrote it down somewhere. Anyways, it's unimportant. I love Kathy Hilton. Oh, she talks in shorthand. She talks in shorthand. That's what I wanted to say. Kathy Hilton talks in shorthand. And you know what? I actually like Kathy and Kyle together because I feel like Kyle, having her sister there, is a little bit more comfortable. And I like their banter. I like their natural connection and their natural playfulness. Last season, I could barely stand Kyle. And I've always liked Kyle Richards. But last season, I did not love Kyle. From the first episode, I was like, what is going on with Kyle? That being said, I like Kyle now. I like Kyle now with her sister. And she feels comfortable. And I actually like her with Kathy more than with Kim. I think because Kim has a very dark side. I don't want to see, I'm okay with Kim not being on the show. Kim can come, traipsing in every once in a blue. But other than that, no. Other than that. See, High Vibe says, please don't bring Kim back. It's cringy. I'm okay with them bringing her back a little bit. Just a little bit to laugh at Kyle. Just to laugh at Kyle. I'm okay with that. But before we get more into we have over 200 people watching. I will drop the link when we have 200 likes. Let's get to 200 likes and I'll drop the link. So before we get into more about the whole situation with Erika Girardi, and before we talk about Crystal and Sutton, Garcelle meets with a dating coach. And Garcelle breaks down in this conversation. And I fell for Garcelle. And this is why I like Garcelle, is because she gives us so many really great moments, yet she also gives us vulnerability. And I like her. I want to see Garcelle dating. I want to see Garcelle actually find a man, to be honest with you, because I just feel like all that can't go to waste. All that pretty, all that personality, all that love should not go to waste. Garcelle is great for the show. Last week, she gave us probably our most epic moment when she was like, shouldn't she wait? Shouldn't she wait? And everyone's like, what does she mean? Shouldn't she wait? Shouldn't she wait till he dies before she divorces him? I don't know. I like Garcelle. Garcelle in this episode breaks down, though, because she feels, and I've heard many Black women say this, that because she's put her career first and she's really pushed forward with that, it's almost a turnoff to a lot of different men. But she says she feels that she has to take these opportunities because her immigrant mother from Haiti brought her here to take advantage of these opportunities. So ingrained in her, and to me, I thought that was so introspective of her to understand that's why she feels the need when she gets opportunities to take it. And all you guys that were critical of her last season, why is Garcelle not filming with everyone? She's always working and doing that. That's it. She feels when these other opportunities come up, she's like, I need to take them. And also, there's the side thing, especially being a Black woman in Hollywood, there aren't a lot of opportunities. So when you get one, a lot of times you got to jump at it. There's that part. So I thought that was interesting, and I thought it was worth mentioning before we get back into Erika, Crystal, and Sutton. I told y'all may not like Crystal. I saw it. Maybe I saw it in my crystal ball. I still like Crystal though, because to me, she's a perfect housewife. She's a perfect housewife. I love the fact that we're making dumplings. We saw this in the Real Housewives of Dallas with Dr. Tiffany Moon. I love it. And that, it made me hungry though. I was like, oh, I might want a dumpling. And you know what I love? And it goes back to me talking about Kenya. Sutton, Crystal, they know how to host. She got them aprons with their names on it, their own little thing. I was like, this is how you host a situation. And I'm not saying I'm the greatest host. I'm not yet. When I have my big home and stuff, y'all gonna see me host like this. Sutton to me is such a great host. But this whole Sutton situation with Crystal has escalated. But I'm okay with it because it's necessary. We need more stories than just Erika Jayne, because Erika's not going to give us everything for this season. She's not going to carry the season on her back. We've seen what she's done over the years. She's not. She is a Cancer. She has a hard shell. It's going to be a lot to get through that shell, even though we got a lot in this episode. But the whole situation with Sutton going to Crystal's room in Lake Tahoe, and they replay it for us. I don't know why Sutton said what she said when she walked in on Crystal, but Crystal has been asked by the ladies about that particular moment. And Sutton makes it seem as if Crystal's the one that keeps bringing it up, but they show the footage. It's all the women asking about it. And I like Crystal's little, there's an edge to Crystal. Like, I like her little attitude. I'm like, I mean, I probably wouldn't like it for me. Like, don't make me that attitude. But I feel like she gives that attitude really just to Sutton. And maybe there's something about Sutton that just rubs her the wrong way. And maybe it was that first inclination where Sutton sort of like shut her down. So she's just gunning for a Sutton this entire time. It's okay. It's all right. It happens. Hold on, y'all. Let me just take care of some. Let's get to 200 likes, y'all. And I will drop the call-in link. Hold on. We have over 200 something people watching this live. We have like 250. Hold on, y'all. Let me just take care of some behind the scenes stuff here. Doing multiple things at the same time. Okay. Okay. Crystal needs, what did she? Oh, wait. I want to see the show too. Crystal needs to watch Physical and Apple TV. I saw an advertisement for that. Is that good? Oh, Amelia? There we go. Dancer says Dorit is Kyle's lap dog. I mean, maybe. Okay. So they have a conversation at Crystal's home, aside from the ladies, and they agree to dead the situation because they have the whole conversation about, you know, what happened in Lake Tahoe. So they agreed to dead the situation, but when they go back out to the ladies, it seems as if Sutton doesn't dead it, because then Sutton brings it back up and brings up other things, other issues that she has with Crystal. And Crystal's like, what? I still think, look, I'm going to stand by. I still think Sutton was rude for just walking into her room. Just because you knock doesn't mean you enter. You wait to be greeted into someone's room, because first of all, I called it. I feel like Crystal has other deeper issues, either with her body or with past stuff that has happened. That's why she says she balled up she balled herself up and was, you know, hunched over on the floor. I'm like, okay. I feel like there's something there. I definitely think there's something there with Crystal when it comes to that. We already know the war between Sutton and Crystal is going to continue. It's going to continue. And I'm here for it. I'm going to continue to watch. I like it. I actually kind of love it. But I still like Sutton for the show. I know a lot of people don't like Sutton. We hear Garcelle says, you know, Sutton's harmless. Sutton's not crazy. Sutton's not manic. Sutton is just a kooky older woman. I like Sutton. And and especially if Garcelle likes Sutton, I'm like, oh, there must be something cool about Sutton for Garcelle to gravitate towards Sutton. That's the only reason why I kind of give Sutton a little grace, because I'm like, okay, Sutton, I see you. I don't love Sutton. Sutton can be overly sensitive. I do love the little segue that you showed the when they were in Lake Tahoe and they were they were referring to Kathy Hilton talking in shorthand, and she's talking, and Sutton's face is like, what? Nicole Span says, I like Sutton and her cats. I didn't even realize she had cats. Melinda, are you talking about the housewife and the hustler? I did see it. And I still stand by that Erika needs to make amends when it comes to all the things she's collected from this marriage. But now I'm thinking, just after this episode, I think legally, I wouldn't be surprised. And this is a question for Emily D. Baker. If you're out there, Emily, if you're out there, I just have one question. Would her attorneys advise her not to sell off everything and give money, just give the money away? I wouldn't be surprised if an attorney, I'm not an attorney, let's make that clear, would say, hold off. We have to wait to see how this all plays out. And then whatever you owe, that's when you should start selling and giving and paying out these things, because she is tied to a lot of this litigation that's going on. I mean, I don't think Erika Girardi is innocent. And like I said, I'm not calling her Erika Jane anymore. When we talk about these legal matters, she is Erika Girardi. And I don't think, okay, look, I am going to be critical of Erika because, I'm a straight shooter. Pow, pow. Erika, when she talked about the life changes that she was going through, and they showed the comparison of the 16,000 square feet to the 2,000 something square feet I was like, boo hoo. She's going from a 4-bedroom, 6-bath to a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Cry me a river. And then she was like, yeah, I'm going to need a ride. Did you just buy why did you need a ride? Didn't you just buy a Range Rover? Oh, wait, I forgot to upload the photo that I wanted to upload. Hold on, y'all. I got to upload this photo because this is the classic photo from the week. Hold on. And this particular photo, hold on, y'all. Let me just upload this. There's one particular photo from Erika this week that I'm like, why is your assistant looking at you like that? It's like, she's like saying, girl, you need to do better. You need to learn how to pump this gas. Here. Why is she looking off? And everyone's like, did she do this on purpose? I do believe she did this on purpose. I don't think she walked out the house looking this bummy. And that's the thing. I don't think she needs full glam. Let me go to the side. Y'all love it when I go to I don't think she needs full glam when she goes out. But she could do better than this to get gas. And why isn't her assistant pumping the gas? What do you pay her for? I don't know if I would have my assistant pump gas, but we do have full service here in the tri-state area. I don't even pump gas now. I don't know. I do think that she was purposefully going out. Look, as I said to you before, she reminds me very much as Wendy Williams. Everything is strategic. Everything's plotted and planned. Do I think she know the length of which Tom was allegedly defrauding his clients? Definitely not. A lot of people are speculating, oh, but she worked at the firm for many years. Wouldn't she know? I've worked at a law firm for many years, and there's stuff that I don't know about that firm. He's the boss. You think she was in those critical meetings with clients? Do I think she's known in the last couple of years? Yeah. I definitely think she's known in the last couple of years. And do I think she was plotting and planning? Definitely. And based on what she said during this episode, says to me that she definitely knew. She definitely knew what was coming. We already know based on the documentary that she had 2 subpoenas before she started filming. So I'm not that surprised. All right, let's get to 150 likes. All right, I'll give it to you guys. Let's get to 150 likes, and then I'll drop the call-in link because I want to hear what you guys think about this latest episode. If you're just tuning in, we're doing a recap of Family Karma and The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I had to talk about it. What else did I think about Erika in this whole situation? I already had 150. All right, let me drop this. 1 second, y'all. TikTok, if you're wondering where I'm talking to, head on over to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel where you're getting daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. Okay, let me just drop this call-in link. Shout out to my mods. I appreciate you all being here. I appreciate everyone being here, but shout out to my mods. I know a lot of people are like, Kempire, see what I'm saying. Honestly, when I'm looking here, I'm really looking here. I'm not looking. I try to look at some of the comments and catch some of the comments. I am missing some of your comments. I apologize. Okay. You'll be strong. All right. Let's take some callers. All right. Rasani, I'm going to bring you up. Hey.
Hey, my favorite YouTuber.
Oh, hey. I like that. You were disagreeing with me, though, in the chat. I did see that comment.
I forget what I disagreed about. Oh. I think it was like the crystal thing and whatever, and something. I forget what it was that you said that. I was like, I don't agree with you with that one, but I still love you. We can agree to disagree. That's fine.
I agree.
That's how the world works. Family Karma, for those who don't watch it, you should watch. It's good. It's wholesome. It's not too dramatic. It's just, lighthearted fun. I don't think Risha and Vishal, I can't remember their names.
Vishal, you got it.
Yeah, yeah, that's not gonna go anywhere. There's just like nothing. There's no. You can see it in her body language with everything. There's like no. It's almost like she's disgusted by his touch.
Right? What is that about?
And I'm like, yeah, Vishal, just keep your 2 engagement rings and keep it moving, and you guys can be friends. With the Monica and what's her face? You know who I'm talking about. Anisha. Their argument is just like so stupid. It makes no sense. It's pointless. Clearly, Anisha was making a joke from last season because I watched last season and they showed the clip. She's just trying to be funny. And, oh, I just don't like you and yada, yada, yada. Did we ever discuss Monica's dad?
Well, I've alluded to it, but I haven't dug deep into it because I haven't heard anything.
Okay, so we're all on the same suspicion then.
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to be clear on that. Okay. So what we've all been waiting for in Beverly Hills.
Yes.
I know you want to say that you don't think that Erika knew. I strongly disagree with that. I think it's something that she and Tom said in bed. It's like, okay, babe, this is what we're going to do. Boom. This is how we're going to have to play it. I did ask a question in the chat. I'm confused. Why do you have a 16,000 square foot home and only have 4 bedrooms? That's a little bit confusing to me. But I digress. Love Garcelle because you can see that Garcelle isn't really entwined in the group so much because she does say the things that this is what everybody would like to know. It's like, so he's almost dead and you're divorcing him now? Why? That makes no sense.
But she had a good way of saying it. Shouldn't
she did. she did. I mean, she's a little bit more tactful than I would have been, but okay, we'll go with that. And then when she showed up at the dinner and she's like, so we're all just going to sit around and not act like that there's a big elephant in the room. This is Garcelle. It's just like everybody's just like pussyfooting around and not trying to ask Erika, but you didn't have a problem going in. Granted, LVP, she wasn't my favorite. I mean, I love her. I have a love-hate relationship with LVP. I knew that she was the pot stir behind this. She was a producer behind the scenes. So that, I didn't like how she would manipulate certain situations. But separate and apart from that, you all went in on LVP with the puppy gate. You all went in on Denise with Brandy. Denise, yeah, I can understand you don't really have that much of a relationship or bond with her, but Lisa, yeah, but you're gonna push it for the wrong Erica. I'm confused. I noticed how Rena worded her interview. Erica had to be very strategic and she had to plan and mastermind. It's just, and I know you said someone in the chat said that they, planned a year in advance before they got divorced. And I get it. And I get all those, but I kind of just feel like this it's too convoluted and Erica is too okay with it.
Mm. I
She
mean,
knew.
she's a Cancer. I mean, I definitely think she knew on some level, definitely within the last year. I think she knew the writing was on the wall, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she knew the depths. I don't know if she necessarily even knows where that 80, $50 million stuff is, to be honest with you.
Well, 20 of it is in EJ production.
Oh! Well, no, that might be an addition. So that might be actually 100 million.
Might be, but either 180. Some of it is in EJ production. She knows that much.
And you know what? I also speculated that does she even know that he loaned her that particular amount of money? How much does she know about the books of EJ Global? That's what I actually question. Because I'm sure he's the one who did her LLC. He's an attorney.
Probably. I found it funny though, when she said that, oh, when she went to that dinner thing and she ran late and he's like, if you can afford her, you can have her. I'm like, you just gonna whore your wife like that? Oh my goodness,
I
Tom.
can see in that. He has an
But I can
Napoleon
see.
complex. Rasani, thank you so much for calling in. I want to get to some callers.
Thanks, Cam. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you. All right. I'm going to take up Janice. I'm going to call you up. Ooh, wait, hold on. Ooh, there we go. Janice
What do you
and
mean?
Danielle.
Wait, hold on. So I was waiting in the chat room when you were on earlier on another show.
Up and Adam.
Okay. Oh, well, I wasn't sure. Sometimes, you guys don't like to say that. So,
oh no, Up and Adam is family. We can always say Up and Adam's name here.
So I'm going to let you know, and some people in the chat kind of know a little bit about this part of me. My first marriage was 22 and a half years long. Wow. So I guess I speak from the seat of experience. It took me 3 years of therapy to get out of that verbal abusive relationship before I served him with papers. And then I did another 3 years of therapy after that. Okay?
Whoa.
So it was bad. When I went and found my lawyer, I planned a year in advance because I had to be strong enough to do that. I purposely found a lawyer that was previously a police officer in his former life. So he had seen this kind of stuff kind of happen before. Wow. When we started going through the books, I knew some things because my ex-husband handled the checking account. Silly me. I should have never let him do that because it comes to find out that he had been behind like on 6 months worth of bills.
Oh.
And other things. Yeah, it more or less ruined his credit rating for a while. And so he to this day still doesn't have really nice things to say about me because I forced him to cash out his 401k to pay off those bills and then for me to get a settlement out of that because I wanted to have something to go into my new life and I didn't want to have to pay all that debt.
Go, Janice.
Responsible for that I didn't know about. Okay.
Janice, what's your sign?
I am a Virgo.
Of course you are.
Because I plan everything to the hilt, right?
Yep.
There you
wow.
Go. So I don't understand. I understand a little bit about Erika, what she's doing, but why would you make the comment? I went from a Lamborghini to a Range Rover.
Yeah.
Chick, I am sure your lawyers told you to buy nothing. Because that's what they have a tendency to do when you're going through those types of legal matters. And I'm going to guess just the way that Garcelle was looking around the room in the episode before and in this episode, because of what Garcelle does for her day job, I'm thinking she knew a little bit more than the average bear in the room, if you get what I mean. I'm thinking that she knew that they had tried to serve Erika twice while they were on that trip to Tahoe. I'm thinking she heard the word on the curb and she had all of that going on. So do I think that a big chunk of this storyline is staged and the two of them are trying to get out of this squeaky clean? Yes. I really do. I think that she's able to turn those crocodile tears on and off, do the little, lip quiver, and, like the little, like she's gonna cry, but I'm not gonna cry because I'm the ice queen. By the way, I wanted to say Louis finally came through the door because you and I had been talking about how many times is she gonna drive up, right? And when last night's episode started, I went, oh God, not again with driving up to the door. I'm like, oh my God. So,
just get inside the house.
Yeah. So that's my thing on Erika. This whole Sutton Crystal thing, when's it going to die? Just admit you guys don't like each other and move on.
That wouldn't be good for a reality TV. They're new villains.
I understand that, but the storyline is petty. It's just like, I almost feel like Crystal wants to go, hey, I have as much money as you do, Sutton. And it's, yeah, right? Don't you get that feeling from the two of them? It's more like they're swinging their little cash bags around at each other, like it's a pillow fight. I don't know.
To be honest with you, I feel like Sutton has a lot of money. Don't go based on what you guys see online. I said this before.
No,
I think Sutton there's money up the wazoo.
Well, and you have to remember that last year, Rinna was mentioning in passing something to do that she has ownership in a baseball team because of the divorce and all that other stuff. So for people in the chat, you can find love again the second time around. I'm remarried, been married with my second husband for 10 years. And yeah, so you can find it if you want to. So don't ever give up on love. That's
I love that, Janice.
Oh, you're welcome, Kempire. I love you.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, the whole thing with Garcelle, I'm liking what Garcelle is bringing this year. Kyle can go away. Why is Kyle even in a scene anymore? I don't get it. She's not contributed anything yet.
I'm gasping.
I like her
Danielle,
banter though.
I'm so sorry.
I like her banter with her sister. If anything, if we can keep getting Kathy because of that, we might have to deal with Kyle.
Well, and I will tell you that I put down in the chat before I hopped on here. It's scary when Rinna is understanding Kathy Hilton's shorthand.
Right?
Yeah.
I love her shorthand though.
I do too. But it's just like, oh my God. It's like, I keep thinking, is that, is she like having the conversation and is the conversation always running in the back of her brain and she only spits out part of it and she can't get like the rest of the words out? Don't really know.
Danielle, what do you think?
Come on, Danielle.
Oh my goodness, I freaking love Janice. Janice gives me so much. So now I got to piggyback on what she said. Okay, so of course we love the shorthand with Kathy. We need more Kathy. I think part of Kathy's shorthand is all of the drugs that she's been on to get those darn plastic surgeries because I can't get past those plastics. So every time they show her, I'm just looking around her headline, her hairline. I'm just looking for incisions or stitches or something. They've done a great job. That's because I watched that stuff. I watched the little clips on how plastic surgery is done. So so yeah, I'm into that. So there's that. Brenda, understanding the shorthand, I think Brenda's just as cuckoo as Kathy sometimes. So there's that. But I'm team Kyle. I've always loved Kyle. But I will admit, Kyle and Kim are cringing. Kyle and Kathy, I'm here for every day. I'm here for Kathy. Kathy is freaking hilarious. What else did Janice just talk about? Okay, so let's go to
Erika.
No. What's the Crystal and
Sutton.
Sutton. Okay, so I said last week, I think Sutton comes from old Southern money. I believe that Sutton's family probably owned some slaves back in the day. If you dig deep enough, it's probably a piece of Georgia that's named after Sutton's name, because I'm here for Sutton's old money. I'm thinking she comes from long old money, and I think that she and Crystal nitpick and bicker with each other, because technically Crystal's new money. If we compare them,
What technically she is.
And Crystal's married into money. Crystal didn't make that money. Her husband made that money. Her husband is Lion King, not her. Oh. So there's that. So I think that's part of, and when Janice, when you said that they're arguing and bickering, it's petty, they have nothing else to argue about. Let's look at previous seasons of Beverly Hills. They argued about the dog. Like, that was the whole season of who returned the dog. So rich women have nothing to really, there's nothing else to fuss about but who returned the dog and who lied about the dog. Like, this is what we expect every year from them. So they're going to sit up here and bicker about who was nicer to me. You were mean to me, and you opened up the door when I was naked and you saw my nip slip. Like, they have nothing else to argue about.
I mean, I think that's a rightful, like, look, I get annoyed every week when they bring it up, because I'm like, honestly, if someone did that to me, I'll be upset too. Wait till I tell you to come in.
I get that, and I hear you. When I think about me and my girlfriends, because my true ride or dies, I've been with them since at least either junior high school or high school. So sometimes we're not waiting for you to say, come in. We knocking on the door and we coming in. We just not going to let you know we about to come in. But that's just how we roll, because we've been together for so long. You're talking like 20, 30-year friendships I got going on with my girlfriend. So it's kind of different. And we're all athletes. So we're used to being in the locker room seeing each other. Stuff never bothered us. It is what it is. But Erika, I was very surprised that Erika gave us as much as she did.
Right? Me too.
I was very surprised, because to your point, she's very strategic. And I can't say that it's what season are we in, Leo?
Oh, God.
What did you
say? Season?
No, not season wise, but astrology season.
Oh, Cancer season.
So I can't say it's a Cancer thing, because I know my mom told me she strategically mapped out divorcing my dad. And then she ended up marrying my stepdad and lived happily ever after 30 plus years until my dad passed. So it can happen. So that's not all. And my mom's a Pisces. That was my point. So my mom had to plan her escape. We have Pisces are
another water sign.
Batshit crazy, because I've lived, that's my mother and I get it. But it can happen, to Janice's point. You can have love the second time around. You can be happy and ride to the sunset. I've seen my mom
ride into the sunset.
I've seen other people do it. So many people now have gotten a divorce and found their happily ever after the second time around. Sometimes you just grow out of people. In this case with Erika, she was subpoenaed last summer. So she knew, Aries seasons all day. That's right. Team Aries. She knew that something was going down. So I think when she got subpoenaed last summer, she saw the writing on the wall and she started planning something. She might have been planning. She knew. Point blank period, she knew. Because remember when this came out, it was November, because we were getting ready to vote. That's why she said she waited until thinking it was going to just mix in and no one was going to pay it any attention. Well, yeah, we needed to pay some attention because we needed something else to derail us to thinking about how the election was going to pan out. So that was dumb on your behalf. You didn't think that all the way through. Think about all the emotions we had going on with this election. We needed something else to derail our thinking, just to give us a little bit of a laugh here or there to prevent.
Not a laugh.
We did. We needed something to keep us from crying. So we needed something. So I thought that was poor timing on her side, because she should have known that this was not just going to go by the wayside because the election was going on. We needed some kind of entertainment.
I thought it was actually I thought it was smart, because honestly, it was a very huge election that a lot of people were watching.
It was, but we didn't miss that either. We didn't miss it.
we did both.
We paid attention to both. We knew that all the votes weren't going to be counted, so we knew, okay, so we just got to wait a couple of days for them to finish counting these votes. In the meantime, let's go back and find out why Erika's divorcing her husband. While we sit and wait for these ballots to get counted, let's go back and dig up some crap on Erika and go with that. The picture that you posted, so we know this is staged, because if you have a personal assistant, why isn't your personal assistant taking your car to go get gas?
Yeah.
Let's go back to that picture.
Brush your hair, or if your hair is messy, put it in a pony.
This was very strategic. This was very strategic.
So
Look at that look.
This is what the picture is giving me. Bitch, I had to get out the truck and pump my own freaking gas.
Really?
That's what it's giving me. And she's looking
What is the assistant saying though?
Are you really that mad at me for having to pump your gas? That's what the pictures. Bitch, you really have to be me out here pumping my own gas. Look at me. And she's like, oh my God, Erika, I'm sorry. Like, yeah, that is giving me that. But again, if you really, and someone put in the comments that she probably called the Peppers. I'm sure she did.
Yep.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time we've seen that.
It would not be the first time. This time she just didn't go to the Ivy like they normally do when they want to be seen. She just went to the gas station.
You don't want to go to the Ivy looking like that.
Right. So there's that, because that's death on itself with the paparazzi down there looking like that. But I think it was staged. I don't think she looks that bad though. That's the real Erika Jayne. And we've seen her like this on previous seasons before she was getting glammed.
But Danielle,
not this bad.
Not that it was a hot second, but she was already in the chair getting glammed.
But okay, but did anybody else notice she wasn't wearing a bra? Hello.
Oh, I did know. I had to.
Yeah.
That, but it made me think of what's the movie where it say ice the nipples? That's what it made me think of. What's that movie? With the chick from Saved by the Bell.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, I know what one you're talking about.
That's what it made me think of. Anytime
What's the name of that movie, y'all, let us know in the chat. I can't think of it right now.
That's the chick from
Elizabeth Berkley was in that.
Right. Yes. So the chick from Saved by, and that's what they use. Ice the nipples. Ice them. So that's what it makes me think of.
Yep.
Oh Lord, y'all are a mess. Last minute thoughts, ladies, because I want to take some phone calls before we end this live. Showgirls, yes. Showgirls.
Showgirls, yes.
So I will let you know, Kempire, that I have started on the homework assignment that you gave me to be watching Family Karma. And okay, so the area that I grew up in Wisconsin, there's people from there that are on that show.
What?
I grew up with Patels.
Oh my gosh.
That are doctors.
Tell us more.
Well, I didn't hang out with them that much because they were friends of one of my younger brothers, but I'd been to their house several times in the city that I grew up in Wisconsin. And some of them did move to Florida.
Oh, keep watching, Janice. We love the tea here. Oh,
yeah.
You might have to make some phone calls, Janice.
Oh no. But the only other thing that I wanted to add to Beverly Hills is, did you notice that when Mikey was at the house, at the new house, how his conversation with Erika was really stilted? So was this at the time where she let him go and then brought him back just so that she could have somebody on the show to be part of her glam squad?
That's a good question.
Do you guys remember where Mikey comes from?
Where does he come from again?
Mikey comes from the Pussycat Dolls.
Oh, yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, how could I forget that with Jonathan and his sister? Yeah, how could I forget that?
With Jonathan Adler and his sister. Yes.
Wait, I want to clarify something. Everyone in the comments is saying Patel's a very common name. Yes, but that's not what you're saying. You recognize some of them.
Yes.
That's the difference, y'all. Pay attention. She says you recognize them.
So Patel is a very common name in India. Most of them are upper caste. So if people that know what they're talking about there, they're upper caste, mostly doctors and engineers. They are all related to each other. So like they're third cousins, fifth cousins, the whole bit. The reason why I know this is my brother-in-law is from Bombay. There you go. And he is upper caste.
All I know, Janice, you have a homework to do. We need more information on the Patel.
I will get you more information.
Janice has a story to tell because Janice put something in the comments last week to me. Janice got stuff. She got stuff. She has stuff up her sleeve. We need to talk to Janice.
Yeah, she shared a whole marriage situation on hand. I was like, oh, this is juicy. Forget everything else. Let's talk about this.
Well, but it makes it easy because Kempire, you're very easy to talk to and you relate with everyone in your chat, which not a lot of other YouTubers do. And that's what I really like about you. And that's why I'm so happy to be one of your mods. So
thank you.
And everybody else in the chat is pretty nice, except when we get on some of those topics where, we have to put people on timeout every once in a while, but that's okay.
Yeah, I know. It happens, and it's gonna happen again. All right, ladies, just quick last minute thoughts. Danielle,
I didn't watch Karma yet. I watched Encore last night, so I gotta go watch Karma.
You didn't do your homework.
I did.
and we will be doing a recap of BET Presents the Encore. Again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Ladies, thank you so much for calling in.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Okay, I'm going to take some callers. Callers, I'm not going to put up a timer. Please make it short and sweet, please. But before we do that, we have almost 300 people in the room. Let's get the like button to 200. I'll take callers once we've hit 200. I hate to do it, y'all, but you want to. You want to support the channel. Support the channel. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to my mods. Shout out to everyone that sent in a super chat. Don't forget, a new episode of my podcast, Kempire Radio, which is available on all podcast platforms, is available right now. It's a conversation that I had in honor of Pride Month with Up and Adam and Jason. It's a really good conversation, y'all. I was listening back to it. This is like my third time listening back to it. So be sure to listen to that. The video version will be available very soon. I'll let you know, because I know some of you are very visual, so we'll get there. We had 10 more likes till we're at 200 likes. Let's go, y'all. I love Encore on BET, and I'm actually going to do a recap and something else along with that, because we're going to break it down, because there's some information that I want to talk about. There's some more information that I want to talk about. Shout out to everyone that's in the chat. Amber says, Encore, Encore. Reminder, everyone like this video. We're almost at 200. Let's get to 200 so I can take some of these callers. Hold on. What does everyone say? I'm trying to see what the comments. Welcome, Amelia. We're almost there. 5 more likes, y'all. TikTok, if you're wondering where we're talking about, head on over to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We're also live on the Kempire on Twitter and Twitch. We're also live on the Kempire on Facebook and Kempire Daily on Facebook. If you're not following or liked those pages, head on over to the description of this video for links to all of my social media. We're at 200 likes. All right, we're going to take some callers. We're going to start with Lisa. Hey,
darling. How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. I'm gonna tell you, let's get started with Family Karma first. I love me some Family Karma. That is it's like you say, it's a wholesome show. I like the family domination with all the friends and stuff. Number one, I don't think Vishal should have apologized to Dillon. I'm gonna tell you some all the crocodile tears she was playing out. Like I said, you have not been saying what you saying about that about Vishal. He supposed to be your family. He supposed to be your friend. You don't do it like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was showing on the crocodile. Oh, he's gonna bring me down. Ain't nobody
You didn't believe him?
No. Ain't nobody caring about that. And Anisha, now you knew how Monica felt about that. Y'all sitting at the table, number one. Anisha don't like Monica because Anisha mama love her some Monica better than she do Nisha.
Oh.
She said it last year. She said it last year. It was on the last year. You heard what she said? Well, you're one of your favorite people. I got into one of your favorite people. And I'm like, Monica said, I'm over it. I'm done with it. You ain't no good. None of what she kind of say, you're an effing factor to me.
Oh.
And move on, okay? So, and I'm like, Vishal, and what's his girlfriend name is?
Risha.
I don't see nothing happening there. I don't know. I don't see that. I don't see nothing happening there. And they just get on my nerves. I wish they'll go sit down somewhere. But I like Monica. I like Monica. I wish Brian and Monica get together and have some pretty babies. I love them together.
Yeah, but
I love them.
Monica.
I love them together. But you probably is right though. They don't probably need to be together. Even though Brian keeps saying I'm hot in the sack. He He was talking about last week.
Look at him,
He was there for her. I said, go on with yourself. You still crying. You still trying to give a monkeys with the business on the break. You know what I'm saying? But he's cute though, but he is cute. And they got some fine boys in their family.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they do. Yes, they are. They are a good-looking family. And also, let's move on to Beverly Hills. Baby. Homegirl, my girl, Erika, honey, she walked up in there and said, I'm that bitch. Now, what y'all bitches want to know? Okay. She walked in that house like, yeah, bitch, I'm him. Now, what y'all want to know? Okay. And I thought, just like you said, she put it all like how I've been telling people. I believe I believe she like Teresa was. She signed her name on the documents with her husband tell her, baby, I need you to sign these papers.
And she signed them.
Did she know something? Yeah, she probably know a little bit, but she didn't know it all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm tired of Crystal. Babe, I'm tired of Crystal's studying situation, okay? It wasn't that deep, okay? But I understand Crystal's point of view. Crystal's like, she got some insecurities about her body because she said she went to the eating disorder.
Yeah.
And stuff. I believe she still got some body image she's still working with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and plus I believe studying get on her last darn nerves.
Well, that part.
But you know, Lisa Winter, I'm gonna tell you something. Lisa and Kyle Winter, baby, they scared of Erika, baby. Erika has showed them from past season. You cross her, she will get in your ass.
Oh, and she's about to get into
I believe she one of them chicks. I want to see when Stutter stepped up to that plate when they be sitting down like they do in the trailer, because we have seen Up to get upset, and she get in your ass.
Oh Lord!
So I want to see that. But other than that, I enjoyed it. I wish because I know I heard from Andy Cohen he said. While all this stuff played out, he said they were stuff like when everything played out.
Yeah,
everything really came to life.
Well, we're gonna watch it, Lisa. We have a line of people. I want to get to them.
I love you, darling.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you,
boy. I'm not seeing you this morning on Adam.
Yeah,
and I was there for Adam this morning. You know, I'm sorry I haven't been tuned in like I got lots of business. Kind of get packed and get ready to go out of town for next week. Yeah,
I understand. You have a life.
Yeah, that's why I've been doing my lives. But I've been trying to keep up with all the people who have put me on their platform. So, you know, I've been trying to keep up with y'all. Love you, darling.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Lisa. All right. The next folks coming up. Let's make it quick because we're already going on an hour and a half. But before we do, like this video if you haven't liked it already. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. You're getting daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and more. Shout out to everyone that's already in the chat. We have so many people watching from other platforms. I've seen people from Twitch. I've seen people from my Twitter. I've seen people from TikTok. I've seen people from Facebook. And of course, our YouTube family is here as well. All right, Miss Ree, I'm going to call you up 1 second. Miss Ree, what's going on?
Hey, Kempire.
How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay, put the picture back up. I'm going to tell you what her assistant is saying to her.
Oh, Lord. Hold on. What is this?
You think this sympathy? Do you think this sympathy stunt is going to work, Erika?
Did you believe it?
No. Not at all. I didn't believe this, and I don't believe that she is the one who plotted this divorce situation. I think this was all set up by Tom. I think Tom really loves Erika and was trying to keep her protected, told her to file for divorce and make it seem like it was her idea. Yeah. Come on now. Tom is a high-priced lawyer. Why is Erika waking up in the morning to take him to work? I'm sure he has a driver. If he's not driving himself, I'm sure he has a driver. That's just something like, you're getting up out of your bed to take him. I don't see it. Yeah, I think he told her to do all this just to protect her, because they knew what was going down. And I don't think she knew back in the day when everything was happening. I do think she knew within the last couple of years.
I believe that too. I definitely believe that too.
Yeah.
And I was
But
on.
yeah, no, I don't think she.
I felt the same way that you did up until this episode. I feel like I don't know if she knew the length at which I see Tom in a totally different light since that documentary.
Yeah, me too, because I did watch the documentary. And then Family Karma.
Oh yeah.
I don't have a lot to say about this episode. It was kind of lackluster for me, but
Yeah.
I do love the show. It kind of reminds me of how Shahs of Sunset used to be when they first came. And they just turned it into a hot, ratchet mess with all the drama. But they used to be close like that and take trips and just have fun. They didn't have all the drama they have now. So I hope they don't turn Family Karma into
Please don't.
what the rest of these shows have become.
Well, I think they might not go in that realm just because of how long these families have known each other. And I mean, like the families. You know what I mean? The aunties and uncles. If anything, I think those people will be the wise ones to kind of prevent that from happening, hopefully.
But I think that the networks are thinking that we as audience want to tune in to reality shows for drama. So they create this narrative of, even if it's fake stuff, like half the fake stuff that's on, Shahs now. So yeah, hopefully they don't take over and just spin the narrative. I hope not.
I hope not either. Ms. Reed, thank you so much for calling in.
All right, have a good one.
Bye. All right, make it make sense. I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment, please. Okay.
Hi. I'll be very quick because I don't watch Family Karma at all.
Okay.
So that's one down. Now back to the Housewives. I love Kathy, and I do. There's echo.
Keep going. Sorry.
Okay. I love Kathy. I do think she's on a little booger sugar, but we're gonna move on from that.
Damn.
I do like the fact that she has her own little lingo because I have my own too. So I understand her. She understands me. We get each other. So I don't like the fact.
Make it make sense. We lost you. We lost you. Make it make sense, Queen. Oh, we lost sound. Queen Lady, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment.
Hey.
Hey.
Back from vacation.
Oh, excuse me. You know what? You got nerve.
I had a good time. I was in the mountains, upstate New York. Relax, relate, release. Back to the city with the smog, But I just real quick, because I don't watch neither show. I relate to neither. I just want to tell y'all, it's cancer season. Y'all gonna put some respect on our name.
Y'all better stop. Y'all better stop out here scamming.
Y'all better stop playing with us cancers like that, okay? I told you last week, if she didn't know, she should keep her stuff. Like
oh my God.
Let me tell you one thing about cancers. We may speculate in our mind, but we don't want to know. So I'm gonna be honest. It's some things I've been with some guys that probably been in illegal activity, and I might have thought it, but I really didn't want to know, because if you know, you're in cahoots, right? But what you don't know, you don't know. So she might be playing oblivious. I've done that a couple times. I don't know, because what you don't know, you can't speak on. So he might have been doing something, but I don't know. And I
agree with you. I believe there's an aspect of that as well.
Yeah, honestly, I'm telling you, as a cancer woman, I'm honestly telling you, I've known some men that I've dealt with them doing some backhanded shit, but I didn't know exactly what they was doing. I just know that I reaped some of the benefits, but I didn't want to know what was really going on, because then I'm implicated. If you know knowledge of, you are implicated. I don't want to know.
Okay, but once you know, because she knows now, what do you do?
Then I told you. I didn't know then. So now that I know now, I'm separating myself as she is. I'm going to pack up my things, as much shit as I can get, and I'm going to exit stage left. Like, what more do you want me to do?
So she's doing typically what a typical cancer would do.
Listen, you mind your business. You stay on your side of the fence, and you get to go on, okay? Remember, we can break legs and grow new ones. Take that shit with you, because I'm going this way.
I can't.
I love you, Kempire.
I love you right back. You're a mess. Thank you for calling. Woo! This is why I love taking callers, y'all. Don't forget to like this video if you haven't liked it already. This is our weekly Family Karma and Real Housewives of Beverly Hills mashup, recap, and review. And of course, we take your phone calls. And for those that are watching this afterwards, let me know your thoughts on the latest episode of Family Karma. And did Erika know? I know all of you, look, that's why I love the fact that we can have conversations that are differing opinions and we're okay with it. I know y'all probably like, Kempire, you are so gullible. No, I'm not. I do think she knew something, but do I think she knew as much as Tom knew? Hell no. He didn't. He told her only as much as she needed to know. Sign this, boo. Sign this paperwork because you want a new diamond necklace? Or maybe he had to sign it while he was putting the diamond necklace on her neck. Tom had so much power and influence that we didn't even know about. We thought he was just an innocent old man that was a successful attorney. We saw him on the show. Oh, he's so sweet. He's a sweet old man. And then we learned the truth. We learned the truth. Anyways, thank you guys so much for the super chats. Shout out to my mods. Thank you so much for holding down the chat room. Shout out to everyone that was involved in the conversation in the chat room. Like this video if you haven't liked it already. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section about this for those that are watching the replay. Again, don't forget a new episode of my podcast with Up and Adam and Jason for Pride Month. They're talking about their relationship. They're talking about the recent Real Housewives of Potomac drama, the Fallon interview, their response to all of the comments and things that came out from that. Be sure to listen to that. It's worth every single minute. And of course, don't forget to rate and review the podcast because that really helps grow Kempire Radio. For links, check out the description of this video or just enter in Kempire Radio. Thank you all for being here. Have a wonderful evening. I'm going to go and try and relax. What comes on today? Today's Thursday. Anything comes on? Probably plenty of stuff. I will be watching the Encore. BET presents the Encore, and we probably will be recapping it between probably either tomorrow night or on over the weekend. Not sure yet. Probably tomorrow night because it is Pride weekend here in New York. So, be on those streets. Anyways, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. It's your boy, The Kempire. Follow me on all my social media. And again, don't forget to like the video. I will see you very soon.